We've been here a number of times in the past and have got some pretty good footage of the place, so no real need for us to do much of an explorer of the town today. We're basically here just to pick up some supplies and refuel, and we'll be heading on to Bodallin Railway Dam for the night. This is our overnight stop for the night. This is Bodallin Railway Dam. This is the large area on the what they call the east side of the dam wall. The dam wall you can see just in front of me over here. Now the main track will lead you over that embankment and down the other side. There's not a lot of room there. Really only room for one rig. Nicest place, I guess, because it's right next to the water, but this is a much bigger area if you've got bigger vehicles, and if you've got any doubts about turning around, this would be the place to come. This is the track that comes in from Stevens Road. It's the best track that comes off to the right hand side as you're going south on Stevens. That leads you down to an area at the top where you can park up. If you continue on down here, you go around what I think is probably originally a railway embankment, and on the other side that will lead you directly to the dam. If you turn down the first track, that'll take you to a much larger area east of the dam wall. Now where we've parked coming around here, there's really only room for one rig. But it's the only place that I can see that you're going to get a view of the dam. You can see we're just down the bottom here. And I'm going to try and level up. It's not a very level site, but that is the best spot, I would say, because you've got water views. Well, we went down to the east side, and yes, there's a lot of space down there, but we also found a track, and we followed that track, came around the side of the dam, and we've ended up here. Good little spot. We are a little bit on an angle, I guess, but facing backwards a bit. I can always put some levelling blocks under there. But this is really a one vehicle site. You really wouldn't get anything else in here. But yeah, not too bad. And of course you've got that lovely view of the lake, which is what you really want when you're next to something like this. The track coming in was a little bit challenging. We're quite tall. As you can see, we've got some tree souvenirs on top. Little bits of twigs up there. I'll have to get off eventually, but other than that, yeah, we got through it okay. So just a matter now of getting this as level as I can. Not a bad little spot here. There's even a fire pit behind me. But you really couldn't ask for much more than that, I guess, in the form of a campsite. That looking directly across there, that's where we came in from the main track. Quite a small space and not very level. We could have levelled up there, but we thought this looked like a nicer site once I'd come up to inspect it on foot, which is something we have to do with this rig just to make sure we can get through. There are some tricks to getting in here, and there's certainly some tricks to getting where we are, which I will eventually draw a little mud map to show people where to go and how to get in here the easy way. There are a couple of ways to come in. The spot we originally drove into was down the biggest track. Now that actually gets you just over there. You can see where that track comes in. There's a pretty small turnaround there. We were able to do it without any trouble, and you know, medium-sized vans would get in there and out without too much trouble. The trouble would be was when you get a couple of vans come down, and because that's the main road in, it looks like that's the place. It looks like that's meant to be the place to go. It's not. The best place to go is actually a turn off to the left just before you hit the railway embankment if you come down the main track, and that takes you to a big area which is over there behind the dam wall where those trees are. Nice big shady area down there, plenty of room to park up. We of course wanted to have a look at the dam while we were parked. It's obviously one of those things you like to do, is when you're near water you want to sit and look at it. So we found a track that came around the back here from the bottom area right up through the back and through quite narrowish trees on each side, and then down here, and we've got enough room to swing around. I wouldn't want to bring a rig any bigger than ours through there. The branches were definitely whacking the top of the vehicle as we came through. They're not any really big thick branches, but still, you know, there's always the possibility that one's going to snag on something and do some damage. As you can see here, there's a bit of overhanging trees and whatnot, so yeah, have to be careful coming up this track with anything big, and our coaster is big enough to scrape its way through, but we did make it in one piece. You just got to be careful and go slow through the track. And near where we're parked there is a bit of a rocky area through there to explore. I'm pretty sure this would be an interesting place to have a wander around in wildflower season. There's likely to be quite a bit of native wildflowers around here. You can see some of the old diversion wall here. It's meant to gather water from the rock as it comes down and direct it into the dam.
was. So you keep in high ground, because if you're in
Right.
a low ground, you bottom out this thing, is it?
Yeah, it's not that high.
But still, that's what you have to do. So if you have a thing, keep the wheels behind it, so you don't go into the ruts. You go on the top of the ruts, right? Oh, there's the road. Hi. I thought they'd be down here. They were over there. I thought this would be a nice spot for them to be.
Maybe they found it was a bit too sloping. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Which one did we say was that? That way.
One of these is to the outlet,
Because which way did we come
we came
from?
in off the
We
embankment.
came off that way, but this was the main.
The one that
main
looks
one.
like the main isn't the main.